Climate change set to unleash, and I quote, severe, widespread and irreversible impacts. That is strong language from scientists, with floods and droughts becoming commonplace. And that is the finding of this new and stark international report, which says the only way to save the planet is to reduce carbon emissions immediately. Not everyone is convinced, and joining us this morning is renewable energy consultant Brian Leyland. Brian, thank you for your time. So, yesterday we heard we're all doomed unless we act. As of yesterday, you say this is all rubbish.
Basically, everything that they say is based on computer models. And computer modelling shows that if you increase carbon dioxide, temperatures increase. That's the way the computer models are programmed to say that. But many a beautiful theory has been destroyed by an ugly fact. And the ugly fact in this case is that they predicted warming, and in fact, it hasn't happened.
Is this not more than computer modelling, though? Is this not thousands of respected scientists, meteorologists, etc., going out and saying, look, it's getting warmer, the ice sheets are getting smaller, the sea level's rising, the warmer seasons are getting longer, the dry seasons are getting drier? Well,
in the case of sea levels, the report itself says sea level's been rising at 2 millimetres a year. That's 200 millimetres a century. There's nothing wrong with that. They predict that it will suddenly increase. There's no indication so far that it's doing anything like that. About the storms and things, if you take the records over a long period, hurricanes, tornadoes, all these things have actually decreased.
So why is there this drive, therefore? Why are scientists who work so closely to fact and to accuracy in models, why are they panicking, it seems, in your opinion, in this way to say they're predicting this? If we have a look at this chart you brought in, I want to have a quick look at this, actually. It's quite interesting. This sort of shows what you're saying, is there are the models, the predictions in red, and there are the realities according to data which you've collected. So why are they doing this? What's the motive?
Why? I think it's basically they've got... The computer modelers are a very small group when they work amongst themselves. They've got locked into the belief that reality exists in a computer screen. They've got locked into believing that this is the real world on a computer screen. It's not. The other scientists are just going on what they tell them. So actually there's quite a small group of scientists who are running the models, and a very large group of scientists are using the output of the models to predict all sorts of doom and disaster.
You'd accept there is climate change.
The climate's always changing. It always has changed. We've had ice ages, we've had the Middle Ages warm period. Always it's changing. The chances are that it's now about to head into a cooling period.
And human behaviour hasn't got the influence which scientists say it is. What about, though, even if we accept that there is talk of this, quote, severe, irreversible impact, and we accept that this has no accurate foundation at all, as you're saying, is it not, though, responsible of governments to be looking at renewable energy solutions over burning fossil fuels?
No, I don't think so, for two reasons. First, they've spent so far $2 trillion on wind and solar power altogether, right? $2 trillion. That would have bailed out the whole of Europe. It has had no effect on carbon dioxide emissions. So all that money's been squandered, and it could have done enormous good around the world. Now I've lost.
So
what was the second point you brought up?
No, you were going to bring up 2 points against the fact. Why I was saying, why should governments, even if this is complete rubbish, should they be concentrating on renewable energy?
No, because it hasn't done any good, and it's a waste of money. Right. The second one is that carbon dioxide, increase in carbon dioxide, which has certainly taken place, has brought huge agricultural benefits. The deserts are getting smaller, our grass is growing better, trees are growing better, and all this without any need for more water. The report doesn't even consider the trillions of dollars of benefits that we've already got from the increased carbon dioxide. So it's not doing any harm, and it's actually doing a lot of good, and they hate it.
And they'll hate you, Brian, won't they?
Oh, yes.
Because you're going to stand up and tell them they're all lying. Brian Leyland, thank you for your time this morning.